You also notice the hybridity under normal full throttle acceleration, where the gasps and whooshes of the turbos and exhaust are split by electric motor whirs that are surprisingly audible. The motor noise stands out more here than in a full EV because it's a momentary surge instead of a building spinning sound, since the electric motor's output is being fed through a multi-speed transmission and therefore has to pause in between gears along with the engine. Again, not bad, but different from the standard Panamera experience. The electric-only e-Power mode is, of course, the biggest departure from regular Panamera driving. It's active every time you start the car and otherwise selectable with the E position on the steering wheel mounted dial. When running electrically, there are physical detent and the throttle pedal travel that marks the threshold to engine activation. You can push through the stop like a kickdown switch. The car feels surprisingly normal when running under electric power, with adequate acceleration for around-town work, and it's not that hard to keep the engine from lighting right up to the electric top speed of 86 miles per hour. The transmission and its shifting help, both in keeping the engine off and giving a familiar feeling to the experience. The e-hybrid acts more like a quiet luxury car with acid green trim than a big EV in this mode. Two more electro-friendly modes can only be accessed through the central 12.3-inch touchscreen, e-Hold and e-Charge. As you might guess, e-Charge runs the engine to top up the battery, while e-Hold allows you to save your current state of charge for later, say a low-speed drive through town or to sneak back into the garage at night without waking your nosy neighbor. Hybrid Auto mode is the default one once you've run down the battery, so for many drivers it will get the most use. It works like most hybrids, using the engine or electric-only power as needed but slightly smarter. The Panamera e-hybrid uses nav data to make those choices when you have a route set, similar to how the optional Inno drive system anticipates elevation changes and curves for cruise control. The engine is quiet enough at low revs, and the stop-start system so vibration-free, that you neither hear nor feel when combustion ceases or reignites. Contrast that with the 918 Spider, which shouts in your ear every time the engine cracks to life. In the Panamera, you have to look down at the tach occasionally to check if the engine is running. Once the revs pick up, the engine provides a pleasant performance-appropriate soundtrack much like the one from the Panamera S with the same engine. And you can now get the electronically controlled sport exhaust system, just like on other Porsche models, if you really want to hear the engine when it's actually running. Sport and Sport Plus keep the engine on, both to preserve electric charge for when full power is requested and to provide the quickest response. We didn't find much need for either mode in normal driving, instead preferring to hit the Sport Response button in the center of the mode dial for a 20-second burst of the powertrain's full attention and then letting the car relax back into whichever mode it was in prior. Sport Response is also effective in waking up passengers, who may have a tougher time relaxing back into their own previous mode.